Hello and happy Sunday morning. I am back with another look at films from 2010, doing the 2010 rewind here, looking at films that are going to turn 15 this year in 2010. I mentioned that this was a good year for animation. My first pick from the year was How to Train Your Dragon, which spawned its own franchise, three animated films, and now getting a live action film, and has been one of the tentpoles for DreamWorks Animation. This week, on to another big animated film, and that is Toy Story 3. This one didn't start a franchise, but is the continuation of a franchise. It has now been out for as many years as the original had been out when this one was released. The first Toy Story coming out in 95, the sequel coming out in 99. 11 years later, we got this Toy Story 3. And this was one that really spoke to me. I have enjoyed all the Toy Story movies. We have since gotten Toy Story 4. They are working on a Toy Story 5. It has come to be kind of the foundational brand of stories for Pixar. And you can see why. It is a great cast. It is a fun world. Tom Hanks and Tim Allen together kind of make magic in the voices. But this film in particular really caught me by surprise. There is something that you have to go through, that we all go through, and that is a phase of growing up and leaving some of our childhood behind. And this is a film that really captures on that. Now, sure, there is a fun story to go through with Woody and Buzz and everyone else here, but what really sunk into me and what has really made a long lasting emotional impact is that arc of moving past your childhood phase. And that really comes to fruition here at the end as we see Andy handing off his toys to the next generation. It was a very emotional moment, and it was very ideally suited to those who grew up with Toy Story. You have to remember what the audience would have been like in 95. I was probably on the older end then, because I was just kind of entering the age that Andy is in the movie here in 1995. But it really captures that growing up and moving on to the next phase, and the bittersweet emotions that can come with that as Andy's getting ready to ship off to college and passing on his toys and his legacy. It is just a beautiful movie, a very emotional movie, one of my favorite animated films, one of my favorite of the Pixar films. So when I saw it come up on the list from 2010, I knew I had to include it here. So 2010 Rewind, Toy Story 3. If you're looking for a deeply emotional and beautifully made story, this is one to check out. Until next week, have a great week.